Joining us now is the star of the Broadway tour of Jesus Christ Superstar, playing the role of Jesus Christ, Jack Hopewell. Hi, Jack.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you on the show. And I understand, and I would believe that anyone that would have this would say it is the role of a lifetime.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, aside from being, at the centerpiece of this large production, it also was a dream role for me, even as a small kid. I grew up listening to this music and seeing this show in the movie form and consuming it in whatever other way I could. So finally getting the opportunity to do this show that I love so much is really it's really been amazing.
Well, you weren't around when the show was first on Broadway. In fact, this is the 50th
Right.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was around for a while before I even was a thought. So, which is cool, I think. It feels like continuing a legacy in a sense, and keeping this show going after 50 years.
For me, I remember the show. In fact, this is a double album. I had the album when I was in high school. So it was, for me, I never saw the show when I was in high school, but much later. But the music I was very, very familiar with. So apparently you were as well, knowing the
Yeah.
music, having seen the show as a kid. Does that make it a role that's easier? Or does it complicate your interpretation of the part?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, it does both. It makes it easier, or it made it easier in the beginning. Starting rehearsals, coming in, knowing all the music, and a lot of it was music that I had worked on before with voice teachers or something like that. So that made it easier to approach, I guess. But it was hard to get rid of a lot of preconceived notions that I had about the show, watching Ted Neely do it over and over, or Ian Gillan, or whoever else, Steve Balsamo. I had to kind of get them out of my head a little bit and just be Jack. And that was something that our director, Tim Sheeter, really wanted us to focus on, was being us and being human and bringing ourselves to these roles, whether it was as Judas or Mary Magdalene or Judas or Jesus, I should say.
Now, your appearance is what many people pictured what Jesus looks like.
Yeah.
And
Beard and beard and long hair.
and I was looking at your resume earlier, and you tout the fact that you can play a bearded, long-haired person, but without the beard and mustache. You claim to have a baby face, and you played the role of
Yeah.
a child. And I did see some pictures of you without the beard,
Yeah.
and you could. It looks like you're a little kid.
Thank you. It's a skill, honestly. The beard just barely masks the baby face. It's kind of necessary for me for older roles, but yeah, you're right. It's been nice to be able to shave it off and then play the younger characters. A couple summers ago, I played a like 15-year-old, and it was fine. As long as I shaved that morning, I I looked about the part. So yeah.
Well, you might be typecast as Jesus because you also played, I understand, Jesus in Godspell.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done Godspell twice now. And only more recently was it with this long hair and beard, but yeah, it's probably a typecast at this point. I like to say I'm either cast as Christ or clown. I'm either playing the Jesuses of musical theater, or I'm playing the Snoopies or some other clown character. So
Well, you are young because you just graduated
yeah,
last year.
I did. Yeah, I graduated from University of the Arts last year, class of 22. Um, I'm super fortunate to have been able to come out of school with a job and a big job. It's really it's really a lot to take in for me, and I'm still kind of reeling from it. But it's something that I'm endlessly appreciative of. And on top of it, I got to go back to Philadelphia, where I went to school, right across from my university, and got to basically show everybody that taught me how to do this what I'm doing now. So,
You did a couple shows at the Tibbetts Opera House. Is that the
yeah,
Tibbetts Opera House of Michigan?
it sure is. Yeah, Tibbetts in Coldwater. So, I'm excited to probably take a little bit of a drive down. I think it's like 80 minutes ish down to Coldwater because I did 2 summers there, and it holds a really special place in my heart. To be honest, the people there are fantastic, and they do fantastic shows in Coldwater. Made some of the best friends that I've ever made there, and still am super close in touch with all of the creative and production team there. So I'm excited to see them and for them to see the show. It's where I did one of the Godspells that I've done. So,
Yeah, what a great selling point for
right.
Tibbetts to go from the stage at Tibbetts to a touring Broadway show. I mean, that's quite a leap.
Yeah. Yeah. Not yeah. No, I think it's a really fantastic launching point for a lot of actors. I mean, there's a lot of actors that have been at Tibbetts Opera House and that have gone on to do great things. So I think it's part of their legacy that they're really proud of, and I'm really happy to be part of that legacy because, like I said, it's a fantastic company, and I have pretty much nothing but positive memories with them.
Well, I was looking at some of the reviews of the show so far as it's been on tour, and one reviewer said, "Your Gethsemane was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen." Someone else said, "A master class in vocal performance." Really, the reviews, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like the show is being very well received, but you in particular are getting rave reviews. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Those are really sweet reviews, and that was just like such a wonderful thing to hear on a Thursday morning. Yeah, the show overall, I think, is getting really wonderful reviews, in part because there really is no weak link for the show. I mean, aside from myself, every single person, whether it is somebody playing a principal character or somebody in the ensemble, they are giving 110% to their performance every single night, whether it's a Saturday night show or a Sunday matinee. Um, they're giving everything. And I think audiences are really perceptive to that and receptive to that as well. They know and can tell that we are putting forth the effort to tell this story and it's successful. And I think that's part of the reason why it's been as successful and been well reviewed as it is.
Well, as the title character, a lot of pressure on you to carry the show,
Yeah.
obviously. Jesus Christ, in Jesus Christ, superstar, but it's a lot of work. I
Yeah.
remember seeing the show, and you're on the whole time, and it's
Yeah.
just nonstop. What's it like? Because this is your first Broadway show. What's it like doing this literally every day, sometimes twice a day?
Yeah.
It's got to be exhausting physically and mentally.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, especially coming out of school right into this, this has felt like a secondary part of my education, in a sense, is learning how to do 8 shows a week and how to sustain yourself in doing it, how to not burn out doing it, or how to not injure yourself while doing it. It's honestly the maintenance of my body and my voice and keeping up everything is the full-time job. I say the show is kind of the fun thing, the fun 90-minute thing I get to do at the end of the day. So yeah, I think reorienting my mindset around keeping the maintenance as the job, and then the show as the creative outlet has been really helpful for me in keeping this up because we're on performance 230 something at this point.
Mhm.
So it really it allows me to keep it fresh, and keep it exciting and keep it as a creative outlet rather than just a job. When I look at the, getting sleep and drinking plenty of water and healthy eating and warm ups and all of that as the work part of doing this.
Do you feel any kind of divine inspiration hitting you doing this role?
I mean, maybe not in the traditional sense. I think about my grandparents a lot. They were both really devout Catholics throughout their life, and I can't begin to claim that I'm as devout as them in my faith or anything like that. But I do think about their connection with God and with Jesus, and something that they really stressed a lot when I was growing up is seeing everybody as human and wanting everybody to have a chance at redemption. And I think that that's really, at the end of the day, what this show is about is portraying these people as human beings who had flaws. They weren't perfect, Jesus included. He's, at least in this production, prone to fits of rage and demanding things, questioning God. And, of course, Judas has his flaws as well. But at the end of the day, um, I think back to what my grandparents taught me. God sees them all as human beings who are equally worthy of love and respect and salvation. So,
Yeah, and I know the show, people leaving the show, they're going to have, and they do, they leave with a lot of emotion.
yeah.
And it sounds like you guys deliver it. It's coming to the Wharton Center June 13th to the 18th. Tickets are now on sale at whartoncenter.com and 1-800-WHARTON. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, Jack, in the show, and we'll be looking forward to welcoming you back to Michigan.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you there too.
Thanks so much. Starring as Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar, Jack Hopewell.